How is it going then, everybody? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome to another video here on our channel. I'm the FIFA Analyst. Today I am bringing you another video where we are going to be taking a look at all of my updated custom tactics for my ultra defensive, my defensive, my attacking and ultra attacking. What do I use to see out a game? What do I use for minute one? What do I use to kind of get back into a game? And then what do I do if it's balls to the wall? We need goals. I'm going to run through all of them for you today and showcase you what I am rocking and why I'm using them, particularly in that formation. If you do enjoy this video, please let me know by dropping a like. You can subscribe to the channel. We do upload every single day at 5 PM and we are also uploading at 8 AM UK time as well, with a double upload with our Road to Glory that we are doing, which is the account that I'm on now. Let's go ahead and jump into it and talk you through what I am rocking and why I am. This is the team that we have got on the Road to Glory. It's moving along quite nicely. You'll be seeing this and kind of in action and whatnot over the next few days as we look at going into our first FUT Champions here on Xbox. So let's go ahead and look at our custom tactics. Just to reiterate, this is something called game plans. Some people aren't aware of it. This formation of the 4-3-3 isn't what I play in game. This is just for chemistry purposes to get me the best possible chemistry that I can. I will do that. I will go to custom tactics. I then click LT, L2, and then you can adjust whatever you want. Chemistry stays the same. Nothing gets changed. It means you can adjust people where you want them. So let's go ahead and talk you through what am I using directly on my 4-3-3. Now, I've been using this a little bit actually. It's the 4-3-3 third variation where you've got 2 centre defensive mids and 1 CM. I used it a lot in draft, and I used last weekend the 4-3-3-5 with a false 9, and I didn't prefer that as much. I preferred this, and the reason being is obviously this is the formation I'm going to use to see out a game. It's the 80th minute. I'm winning 2-1. I need to just hold things out. I'm not looking at scoring. I'm just seeing the game out if I'm really tryharding to get that win against a very good opponent. What do I set up? I go balanced on the defensive style. I go 4 on width and I go 3 on depth. What this is going to do is going to invite a little bit of pressure on for you, so the opponent will have the ability to kind of come forward, but you're not really going to have many gaps in behind, and it is about literally having that brick wall of that midfield line and that defensive line and making it hard for the opponent to break down. Very frustrating for the opponent. It makes it very effective for you to kind of see out the game. When it comes to the offensive style, I do go with possession. I actually have my width quite high here. Given the 4-3-3 and the way it is, I want my wingers to use that width as much as they possibly can, because when the ball's out on the wing in the opponent's half, if they win the ball back, they've not got a direct line directly into goal. They still have to work it down the wing and then move into the centre themselves. That's the purpose behind here. 2 players in box and possession on the offensive style. This is just full shut up shop, guys. I'm not interested about going up and scoring. It is just going to be moving the ball around, ideally in the opponent's half. You don't want to be moving the ball around in your own half. That's when you ask for trouble. You want to do this in the opponent's half when doing so. Everything nice and simple. You may find this works, you may not. Other variations, if you wanted to, you could stick with a 4-2-3-1 if that's currently what you play. You can see out a game very well with that formation as well. You can go 5 at the back in certain ones as well, but I find that invites too much pressure on. What do I run for my player instructions? On this one, I don't run Areola on comes across his sweeper keeper because I don't trust him. Depends on obviously you and what you use. If you use Stegen, you could put him on comes across his sweeper keeper. But for my fullbacks, I have them on, as you can probably imagine, stay back while attacking, nice and simple. Stay back while attacking, cover centre and cover passing lanes for my CDMs, both of them the same. And then for Lacazette in the middle, I have him on balance. I have him on cover wing because you do want him, because of way the right wing and your left wing is, you want the other one to go out to support them if they need to. For my striker, I have him on stay central, false 9, stay forward. I need an outlet if I need to boot the ball up from centre back, right back, whatever. He needs to be there for me, but I do have him on false 9. So he's going to be up the pitch, but he's going to play in that false 9 role where he will drop in between the midfielders and the defenders. He's not going to be on the last line of defence, but he's not going to be in with the midfielders. He's in that middle bit, kind of like a cam. Works really well. And then for the right wing and left wing, come back on defence. As I said, it's full shut up shop. We do have them on getting behind as well, though. What we're planning on doing here is having them so that if there's an opportunity for us to run in behind, to say get down the line and then, you know, move the ball around outside the opponent's 18-yard box, that's what I want them to do. What sort of players do you need in this formation? You obviously need 2 very solid CDMs. You just need your normal sort of fullbacks that have got pace. Semedo and Mendy are great examples. I would, in this particular team, I would sub Dembele and Martial out to make sure that I've got a bit more attacking pace going forward, especially later on in the game. Ideally, if you were going to mix this up, I would definitely bring on a new winger, a new striker, and then a new centre mid as well to give you some fresh legs in the middle. Moving on to our next formation, what do I rock? This is the 4-2-3-1. Now, this is going to be the formation I use from the get-go, okay? This is kind of my strongest formation. It's what I feel most comfortable with. The 4-4-2 we did use last weekend. When I'm against someone that's, all due respect, not as good as me, the 4-4-2 works really well to just get goals. However, I do leak goals really bad in that formation. The 4-2-3-1 gives me a bit more stability. I have been running press on heavy touch and press on possession loss for ages now. I have changed this to balanced over the last 2 weeks. I just find it's giving me a bit more, it says it in the name, doesn't it? Balance. Like, just it doesn't give me, it gives me the ability to press manually. But if you find that you're not having enough pressure with your opponents, you could go press on heavy touch or press on heavy possession loss. Be wary of it though, because it does leave you open at the back at times, because you get your right back going up and pushing when they shouldn't be. If you've already got aggressive players like Ramos, for example, they just get flying out and it can be absolutely crazy at times. So just be mindful of that. I run full width as a whole. You're going to see a lot of full width here. You don't want to be too wide in defense, but you don't want to be too narrow that you give up too much room down the wings. And then for the depth, with this particular team, I run 3. On my normal account, because obviously this is the road to glory, I'd up this up to 4 or 5. So if you've got a very pacey back line, obviously team of seasons here at the minute, you've probably got a very solid back line. You can run 4 here, 5 if you wanted to. It depends how good of a defender you are. Now, offensive style, I've run possession pretty much all year, apart from the occasional balanced. I normally run balanced on the 4-4-2. With my 4-2-3-1, on my road to glory, I'm at the minute trialing between them both based on how the team's performing. I think for the majority of you guys, balanced is normally the best one. I don't like long ball. Long ball is just, you never have that simple pass. Everyone's always wanting to transition from defense to attack. If you are finding you never have easy passes, you are giving the ball away too much, it's because your players are always trying to go on their jollies to the opposition, all right? Change that to balance. Fast build-up I don't like as well, because again, they want to transition from defense to attack too quickly. Possession, you will struggle to create chances for most people. That's why I think balance is kind of king. Width, just nice and neutral, 5. Players in box, I used to run 1 and possession 1. I've upped that to 3 recently. A lot of you will probably do better on 5. Again, if you're struggling to create chances and you're not using the LB, the L1 button to get your CDMs, your right back, left back, wingers involved yourself, you will struggle having this on less than 5, in my opinion. So if you like to hold the ball, you want to pass the ball around on the edge of the box, wait for the killer pass into the box, have this lower. If you want to create more chances and you're happy to give up a bit of space in the middle of the park and get caught on the counter, have that a little bit higher. That's how I rock that. In terms of my player instructions, what am I doing? I have stay back while attacking, overlap on my fullbacks at the minute, both of them the same. I have cut passing lanes, cover centre on 1 CM, my more attacking CM, which is De Jong here. If you're running like shapeshifter to Marcelo and Kante, this would be Marcelo, screen Firmino, for example. The one that has the ability to go forward and offer something going forward as well. And then have cut passing lanes, cover centre on stay back while attacking for my other. That's your out and out centre defensive mid, the one that's going to sit in front of the defence the whole time and just be that absolute rock there. What do we want from that sort of player? They need to cut the passing lanes. We talk about covering the strikers and the cams as much as they can. That's the man that's going to do that the best that they possibly can. For all of the cams, I have them all unbalanced apart from the outer cams that have get into the box for cross. This is where I'm wanting them to show. If I'm on at the right wing, I want them to be at the back stick for that R1, R1X or RBA sweat across. If you look at my video uploaded yesterday, based on how many goals we scored on the weekend and what sort of goals we scored, that's type of one. For my striker, I used to run getting behind, right? And I have done for a lot this year. And I just find at the minute, balance is better. Attacking AI is absolutely stupid. They try and get in behind in scenarios where they shouldn't do because there's no room. So they never show for that simple pass, which can be a little bit frustrating and a little bit irritating. So that's why I find balance to be better. Now, the 4-4-2, nothing has changed on this. I did a 4-4-2 guide this week. Link up above if you haven't watched that. I'd recommend giving that a watch. That gives you a more in-depth analysis of how to play this formation, what you guys need to be looking for, how it works, because it's completely different to the 4-2-3-1. The 4-2-3-1's attacking patterns are completely different to the 4-4-2. So make sure you watch that to see again exactly how you run it. I have done a 4-2-3-1 formation guide as well. I'll put a link up above to that now. So if you want to see how do I play it in game, that's the same. Tactics and whatnot, I do change slightly, but the 4-4-2, this is updated, as of this week, and that's one that I'm rocking. And then everything's the same on here. I run balance on my fullbacks and overlap. I always love the overlap because they always keep the chalk on the boots. They stick to the sideline, and it just gives me a lot of width there, which is great. Get into the box for cross on the outer bring midfielders, and that's it. And then I have 1 CM on balance, 1 on cover centre. It's all similar stuff, guys. These formations aren't too different. Now, your choice what you want here. I have stay forward on both of these. I used to run stay central, I think on the one that you uploaded on Tuesday or Monday, whenever it was, in my opinion. Again, if you've got Mbappe here, you might want to put him on getting behind, and you want one of the striker on balance. You don't want them both on getting behind, but you can have one if you prefer to. That's kind of your choice. Reason being, the one will show short, and the other one will make that running behind for that like passing to a striker. He sends it over the top, in on goal. Nice and simple. Now, that formation, the 4-4-2, I will use 2-1 down, 60th minute. I want a goal, but I don't want to be too open at the back. The 4-4-2, it's not as solid at the back as the 4-2-3-1, but it certainly creates a lot more chances for you, all right? So that's what I do. 4-2-3-1 when I'm up against a very solid opponent, or I'm not sure on the opponent, and I'll go with that. 4-4-2 if I'm losing by 2-1 in the 60th. It's the 80th minute now. I'm 2-1 down. I need a goal desperately. This is my send every man forward. You just need to get a goal. It's going to backfire, or you're going to score, one or the other, essentially. Constant pressure, high width, high depth. As you can imagine, we just want everyone up the pitch as quick as we can. You can run more on that. I just feel like that's leaving you it's going to leave you open. That's a stupid word, actually. It's just, you know, an unnecessary risk to have it on 10, in my opinion. So I have it on 7 there, 7 width. I don't run fast build up on this. I still want the ability to go backwards if I have to, because sometimes you just need to be patient when you are trying to get that goal in the last minute. It is very hard to do so, but that is one thing that I will do. Again, high width, high players in box. As I said, we want every man forward. What do I run? Player instructions. These guys all stay back while attacking. I don't want them getting forward. Getting behind on the right mid and the left mid in this particular one. Get forward, cover centre. Stay forward, getting behind. I am just wanting every single man to get forward and try and show for a goal scoring opportunity here. And that's what I run for my current custom tactics and instructions, and what I'm kind of using at the minute. A few little things have changed. The game does feel different at the minute. I can't quite put my finger on what it is and why, but I'm always tinkering with tactics. I don't use anything unique in a way, like a 5 at the back or a 3 at the back, and adjust anything and whatnot, because I think these are the most meta formations. The 4-1-2-1-2 narrow can be used instead of the 4-4-2 to try and get you goals if you feel like that is better. The 4-3-3 at the start can be used as a 4-2-3-1 if you wanted to as well. Other than that though, 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2 are your most top 2 formations, and then the other ones that we've kind of gone through to see hold out a game and then get back into a game if need be. And that is my updated tactics. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that. You asked for it a lot, so it's just easier to do these once a month based on anything that I have changed. If you did enjoy, please let me know by dropping a like. As I said, you can subscribe. We do upload pretty much twice a day at the minute, which is absolutely mad. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. If you did miss the news as well, we have partnered up with Team Sneak, the little logo you can see up in the top right. So if you're interested in that, a link is down below. Thank you for your support in making something like that possible. Absolutely insane. I will catch all you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.